welcome everybody to episode 83 of the effing title. And as you can see, everything looks fucking different. Nothing looks the same. One of my co-hosts is here.
Am I though? Am I really?
I was gonna say, I hope
We're not really sure.
I hope so. As you guys all know, football season is back officially as of tomorrow, or when you guys will be seeing this morning, hopefully. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, if not, if you're watching it here live, you guys get the first look at what we're doing here. As you can see, we got the week one previews, week one matchups. We're going to be giving you guys our previews. We're going to be giving you guys our picks. And as always, I don't know. So, Chef, how you doing?
Don't know. No, I mean, I'm doing well, dude. Just ready for football to be back. It's a good time of the year when it's finally no more Sundays, without football.
Exactly, right? I'm actually really excited to fucking get this going back again. It's alright, this is our second year now doing this. First year, Scratchy took the whole thing. His shirt is currently being in the process of being made. I did not forget it, as much as he wants to say that I will. The rules are simple. We're going to pick teams. Are we going to do locks again this year and start it early? Because I forgot to ask him, so if not, I'm just going to have to wait on his. But
if he picked the Patriots to win, just make him his lock.
Yes, he did. Fuck it, I'll do it.
All right, the Patriots is his lock.
All right, there we go. We're already making up the rules. All right, let's start this off. Thursday Night Football tonight. Cowboys and Buccaneers. I'm going Bucks.
Nice. Before we start this out, I'm not sure of any COVID-related stuff besides Zach Martin. But from what I have heard, he actually tested negative today, so he should actually be good to go tomorrow. But again, back to this game. Not that it really matters in general. The Buccaneers are going to make it and win this game, and they are my lock.
Straight off the fucking bet. All right, here we go.
I do like the Cowboys this year, especially with Dak. But I just don't think Dak's going to be, lack of a better term, ready to roll week one.
Yeah. Well, Scratchy is going Cowboys.
He's what?
Scratchy is going Cowboys. He's picking different than us. I'm picking Buccaneers just that they're bringing back everyone, and last year with Dak going out and how bad the Cowboys looked, I think it's going to take him a little bit to get back to form of what he can do. Also, that defense, highly suspect against a Buccaneer offense that is, to put it loosely, at the end of the season was just they were fucking on point as the season went on. So we'll see if Tom Brady can keep it up this year. But as of right now, I'm going with Bucks. I think it's hard to pick as well against a team that brings back 22 fucking starters. Like,
oh yeah, I agree. That's the thing is, that's just like unheard of.
Yeah, like you roll back literally everyone. Like, what? All right, so that was Thursday Night Football. Moving on to Saturday, we got Jaguars at Texans. I'm going with Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
I'm going with the Jaguars. I'm going with the Jaguars. I just think the Texans are too much of a shit show.
Yeah, I mean, the Texans, let's be honest, have a shot at being the number one overall seed, and not in the playoffs either. They're probably going to take the number one overall pick, and then they can finally move on from Deshaun, and get their new quarterback, because that's what's going to end up happening. But that being said, I am a firm believer of not turning the ball over. And I think Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars offense, being young, will have their fair share of turnovers in this game. And that's why I'm going to go with the Texans, because I think Tyrod will take better care of the ball.
Veteran experience. All right, so you said...
Yep, I'm going with Tyrod.
All right, so you're going Texans. All right.
Yes, I am.
Scratchy is also going to be going with the Jaguars in this situation.
Jaguars, okay.
Yep. All right, then we move on. Chargers.
Real quick. Didn't the Jaguars start 1-0 last year and then freaking lose 15 straight.
Yeah, they did something like that. Because
Sure they did.
didn't Minshew give that great speech about how like nobody thinks that they're gonna do anything and like fuck these guys, fuck this league, like that sort of thing, and then they just went on a losing streak non-stop after that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They're so good.
We got Chargers at Washington. I think this is actually one of the more intriguing matchups of the entire weekend, and I'm gonna go Chargers. I just think that Herbert and that offense is going to continue rolling into year 2, and getting Darwin James back on that defense is kind of huge. Even though you are losing out on Melvin Ingram, but I feel like that's an easier replacement than Derwin.
See, I think they're going to be missing a lot of the tight end help with Hunter Henry. I think they're going to struggle a little bit this year. I like Ryan Fitzpatrick and what Ron Rivera has done with that offense. And that defense, I think, is going to give Justin Herbert and that offense fits. I am going with Washington.
Oh, okay.
I like that team.
I will agree with you that I like the team too. Also, apparently Washington is a larger word than Buccaneers on here. That's weird. Scratchy's also going Chargers. No, I agree. I like Washington too. I just I don't know. I like Herbert more. That was kind of my deciding factor between the two of them. But I do like what Washington has done, especially defensively with that D line. Kind of the reverse of what the Cowboys did. Also, now that I think about it, that kind of weird considering they're in the same division. One went O line, one went D line. Anyways, moving on. Seahawks at Seahawks at Indianapolis. I was saying it was funny how
in Indianapolis. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, I was saying it's funny how Washington went D-line based to build their team, and in the same division the Cowboys did it, but they did it on the O-line. So that's kind of a weird. Didn't even think about it. How
but let's be honest. When's the last time they actually went O-line too, though?
Recently. Yeah.
Old.
Yeah.
Old.
Seahawks and Indianapolis. I'm going Seahawks because, just when you you get Rivers in there, that offense kind of starts clicking at the end of the year. You have one of the meanest fucking O-lines in the game. The defense is underrated, and they add Carson Wentz, and then Carson gets hurt. Carson's still hurt, right?
Yeah, they're saying he should play, but whether that what that does for the offense, you really don't know. I mean, he hasn't obviously. It's like you said, it's a new offense for him to be in around new guys. Obviously, he's been around Frank Reich before, but it's moving into a new offense with new pieces, new timing, new everything as far as players go. And he's missed the last 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, he's had no preseason, with them, and it makes it tough to compete. I mean, it's just the Seahawks are returning. I mean, with Russell, with Chris Carson, with
Metcalf,
Lockett and DK on the outside, and then they got freaking Gerald Everett coming over too for tight end. So I mean, I don't think. I mean, the Colts have a good defense. I mean, I think I've been talking about that since last year.
Yep.
They have a great defense, and that's nothing against them. But I think it just comes down too much. I think Carson Wentz has a good year with the Eagles, or with the Eagles, without the Eagles actually, without the Eagles, with the Colts this year. And I mean, I think that Jamal Adams could end up giving that offense a little fits too.
True.
I like him this year coming back with a full off season with that team and seeing what he's going to do. I am going Seahawks. I don't know if you could tell by my.
No, I thought you were going with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, you never know.
Scratchy's also going Seahawks in this case. Jets at Panthers. That's
a joke.
The first game of the season that's a revenge tour. On the revenge tour.
And that's who's going with it. Sam
Yep.
Darnold, dude.
100% it's Panthers. I mean, there's no. I feel like there's no question, and of course I say that Scratch picks the Jets.
See, I mean, I like Zach Wilson and everything over there, and what Salah's doing over there. I mean, he seems to be getting control of the players, and they seem to be
kind of
respecting what he's doing. But it comes down to actually.
Well, no, so it's the other
actually
thing, right?
Performing on the field, and it takes a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, and you look at that. You just look at the two different teams, right? The Panthers have already started to build that team. The Jets are building that team. So I mean,
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
and like I said, you got Darnold, you got Robbie Anderson, God knows how many other fucking Jets players on that Panthers team. That's looking at this saying like, all right, bet, like, here we go. Vikings at Bengals. I'm going Vikings.
Do not tell me Rob picked the Bengals here. I mean, Joe Burrow's coming off a really bad injury.
Rob
a preseason and off-season where Jamar Chase, your number one pick, struggled.
The number one pick from last year. He's going Joe Burrow's all in.
No, like Joe Burrow's going to struggle in this game coming back. I mean, they're saying how bad. You can't bet against Dalvin Cook, dude. Come on, just hand the man the rock. Just let him roll. And I want to see what Patrick Peterson does for the Vikings. See if he really is washed up, which he probably is. Yeah, but probably. Vikings win this game. I don't care.
You got Dalvin Cook. You got God, I fucking hate that quarterback and can't remember his name.
Kirk Cousins. Yeah, no one likes him. But
he's no matter what, he's gonna do something against this Bengals defense because it's the Bengals defense. It's nothing really there. Now, like I said, this is like. Scratchy picks, a couple weird ones here. Cardinals at Titans. I'm going Titans.
See, this one's a tough one for me.
I just wrote Titans.
This is actually going to be, I think, one of the best games this week in two different style offenses, which is great. You got the ground and pound Titans against the I don't want to even say high-powered, offense, but quick moving offense of the Cardinals. You know what I mean? So if the Cardinals don't stick with these guys and actually score, they could be in a lot of trouble giving the ball back to a team that you're just pounding the rock against your defense.
And that's the reason why I'm picking the Titans is because I don't trust. Like I said, I like what the Cardinals are trying to do, and I like what they put together, but they just at points it seems like they're trying to do too much. And I feel like, especially at the beginning of the season,
too much. I mean, they're running into a lot of issues on offense with AJ Green out. Yeah, he's old. DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, you got Chase Edmonds coming out of the backfield. It's just Kyler Murray, obviously a threat. It's just
too many weapons,
and that is a problem sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes you need to focus on specific weapons. And so I.
Well,
with that being said, I think I'm still gonna go with the Titans. I like the old running the ball.
Love the old running the ball. Don't love the old quarterback.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with it, dude.
Scratchy's going Cardinals.
Is he okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, like I said, this one's a toss-up for me. It could go either way.
All right, looks like Scratchy may have missed one. So, 49ers at Lions.
He's going to go Lions. He loves his Lions, right?
I don't know. I mean, with Dan Campbell being there, I don't know. I mean, obviously, right now, I'm picking the Niners because... do I have to give a reason? Like, it's fucking...
No, I think this is going to be one of the worst games this week. Detroit's still a long way. I don't think... they what have they done to improve their offense this year? I think, what's his name? Jared Goff will do fine with the offense, but Jared Goff's not going to go out and score points for you. Your defense is still pretty bad. Yeah. You lost arguably your best offensive weapon in Galladay. What are you going to do?
Exactly. And I mean, even though Stafford is how many years older than Goff, he's still.
Oh, Stafford's a stud, though.
Exactly. You could literally, no matter what, you could guarantee. Like, that was one of the things I always used to do with fantasy, is no matter what, give fucking Stafford. He's going to give you points.
His arm strength is, arm talent, let's not even just say arm strength. Arm talent is just still elite, so it really doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
I like Stafford. But, I mean,
like you said, though, the Lions are just, until I start seeing them start going, because at least some of these other coaches like Saleh, and all them, you can kind of understand where they're going to be coming from, what their style is going to be like, what it's going to look like. Dan Campbell, I have no fucking clue. This dude just wants to bite off kneecaps. I don't know what the fuck that looks like on the field. So, I don't know. We'll leave Scratchies alone we'll leave it empty we'll actually let him pick with him not being here this week. We'll let him pick. Moving on to this next one, we got Steelers at Bills. Bills. I think the Steelers are a shit show, and I don't see them doing anything. The line sucks. They're going to be dumping the ball off a lot to Najee Harris, which is a good thing to get him the ball, but, I mean, it's... When you look at their schedule, that's a lot of fucking hits that he's going to be taking. I think Big Ben should have retired like Pouncey did, you know? And, like, yeah, their defense is going to do okay. But like you saw last year, like the holes started showing. And we're talking about the Bills, who arguably is the best team in the AFC.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm not as confident yet. I don't like living like that. I do pick the Bills in this game, but I want to see how they're going to use Najee Harris. That's a big part of their offense is running the ball, and I mean they've tried to keep the same offense, but James Conner isn't really that big bell cow type guy you can have. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits in there. And I also want to see, I mean, they're going to get a lot of people back healthy. They get Devin Bush back from the time the Bills played him last year to this year. They also have, they brought in Sherbert or Schobert, or whatever her name is. It's definitely not Sherbert, but, you know, Schobert as far as on their defense. So it's going to be a good game. I still like the Bills, though. I mean, that's just...
Scratchy's also picking Bills. It's the first time, I think. No, second time where we've picked the same across the board. Eagles, Falcons.
This one's tough. It is, man.
I mean, it is. It's like I'm laughing just thinking about it because I'm trying to think of, like, you know. Do we know who the starter is in Philly? Is it Hurts? I'm assuming it's Hurts.
It is Hurst, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say I assume that he beat out Joe, but I mean, I never fucking know. Man, I'm gonna go. You know, I'm gonna join Scratchy for once. I'm gonna go Eagles. Like Julio leaving that offense and like everyone else kind of not being in that offense. I don't know. You know, it's obviously not a defense.
What's his name's going to do well, I think. I think Calvin Ridley's going to do well. I think Pitt's going to have a phenomenal year. Mike Davis will be their big bell cow. It's one of those, is it enough, though? Is it enough on offense? Your defense is still going to struggle, I think. I think they're going to come out and, I mean, obviously featuring, you know, new head coaches on both sides, so it's going to be nice. But I think I'm going to go with Atlanta just because it is home.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with them. I like them because it's a nice little home matchup, but that's about the only reason I have for you that I pick them. So I mean, no, Hurts gonna do good, but I mean, is Miles Sanders gonna perform this year? Is I'm trying Rager gonna perform?
Yeah.
Is Devonta Smith gonna do well in that offense? I don't know. I don't.
Fair.
So that's. Well, I think this one's a toss-up game. It's not going to be a very good game, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is like the opposite of Chargers, Washington, and Cardinals, Titans. Like this is one of those games that's going to be, it's going to be interesting to see, but it's just because they're both bad. Like it's that version of it's interesting to see. So now moving on to the Sunday afternoon games. We got Browns at Chiefs. This one's gonna be interesting here.
This is gonna be a nice little matchup of last year. I like it.
So I'm going Chiefs. Just because until a team shows me that they can like confidently beat the Chiefs, like
and that's the thing is
the Browns.
Is anyone gonna be able to really put up with the Chiefs?
Exactly. The Browns they got back Beckham, so that's something. But it'll be interesting to see how he plays into that offense. And then defensively, though, I don't like their defense is the same as it was last year. What they added fucking Clowney, right?
Yeah. They added Clowney, which I mean, Clowney's had his best years when he actually has a performer on the other side.
Exactly.
And obviously has Myles Garrett over there.
I do like the fact as well, though, that he recently came out saying that guards aren't real athletes and all that. Meanwhile, the last time that he played Quentin Nelson fucking kicked his ass the entire game. But I'm gonna go Chiefs until I see otherwise. Until I see fit, like that sort of thing.
I'm going strictly with the Chiefs because I dislike
Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Can you guess where Scratchy is going?
He's going Browns, obviously.
Oh,
We had this whole
he's
conversation all last year.
he's under single on Browns. We got Packers at Saints. I see. This is a tough one for me because there's a side of me that wants to say Pack because Aaron Rodgers is going to do what Aaron Rodgers does, but then there's a side of me that wants to say Saints because I think with Winston, with Jameis at the helm, that offense is just going to fucking explode. He can actually see.
It's going to explode, but I think it's limited too, though.
True, but I think that I won't say his weapons are better because obviously his weapons were better. I think his line is better in New Orleans.
Yeah, I understand that. My biggest thing with Jameis is that his accuracy. I mean, I'm still waiting to see if it's fully there, and I don't care if it's 3-4 points better than it was. It's not going to be as good as Drew Brees was. So, how many of those third downs aren't going to be completed because the accuracy point isn't there to keep that offense on the field and keep them moving? I think they're definitely obviously a more big play offense as far as Jameis can push the ball downfield more so than the Breeze has been able to in the last few years here. So I'll give him that for sure. But it's just a matter of can they compete? I mean, you have the Packers who had the third best offense last year.
Yeah.
And I mean they're returning their big weapons.
And they brought back Cobb, right?
Yeah, and you brought back Cobb, your safety net for Aaron Rodgers forever.
I'm going Pack.
I'm going Pack.
Yeah, you just talked me into Pack there. I mean, I was leaning that way anyway, but Scratchy's going Saints. Obviously, Scratchy loves James Winston.
I like Jameis too. I mean, I think he's gonna have a great year. Jameis is gonna be.
My thing as well is that when you said about those third downs, I was like, Taysom Hill is still there.
Yep.
I feel like they're still gonna bring him in and have him do those.
Exactly. He's gonna still have his packages. Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. It's a matter of how well Jameis can do. I mean, I'm waiting to see it. I think Jameis has the potential to do it. I like Jameis as a quarterback. Obviously, he puts up 40 touchdowns. I don't care if he throws 40 interceptions. That could just be back to coaching side of things. But it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Broncos at Giants. I'm going Giants.
This one's a tough one for me just because of Saquon's health.
I don't trust Bridgewater at quarterback.
If you could tell me Saquon is fully healthy, I like the Broncos, the Giants. But I agree. I mean, that's another thing. But Teddy's also been one to protect the ball as well. I mean, Daniel Jones has been turnover machine. Not let alone just fumbles. He's been in general turnovers.
The fastest fucking quarterback we've ever seen. And then he falls down.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Broncos this game.
All right.
I like Teddy. I like Cortland Sutton coming back. Jerry Jeudy in his second year. I like it. I like it.
Scratchy is also going Giants. All right, here we go. Dolphins at Patriots.
This one, well, obviously you already said Rob's going Patriots. He's locking it down. I gotta go the Patriots. I shit on Tua for so often and so long, and I don't think it's gonna change much. The Patriots are returning how many of their players from defense that opted out last year? I think that's going to be a big.
It's going to be a huge
big factor in them. This is a, Stephen A's opinion. Patriots should run away with this and the division, but whatever, Stephen. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to go with the Patriots. Defense. That's why I'm going with them.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with your theory, but I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Yeah, I hate to.
Uh,
Go Suns.
I just the way that they started playing at the end of the year. I know that a lot of times we were saying about how Tua was getting bailed out. He's looked good in his games this year. He has Waddle now, right? That's who they went out and got. Yep. So he has
Jelon.
yep, he has his one of his targets from back in college. A guy that
Parker.
the guy that he already knows, can just fucking boom ball to. I want to see a full game with Mac Jones before I start hopping on, but I do like what the Patriots have done, changing it up and going.
That's even more my thing is I've seen full games of Tua and I'm not impressed. So how many times did Fitz have to bail him out last year?
Yeah, exactly.
I hate unproven quarterbacks.
I'm also going back to.
I'm going to take an unproven quarterback over someone who still is, who I know what they're kind of like in the NFL. I mean, until Tua starts pushing the ball downfield on a consistent basis.
I'm still going to be under. After seeing a couple of the throws this preseason, I'm going to be under the assumption that it was because of his hip, and that he wasn't ready.
So, really?
I'm going to stick to that because that's what it felt like watching some of the throws that he made. This preseason, it looked like one of those things where it's like I didn't see him make a throw like that at all last year. Yeah. So it's like that's my thinking anyway. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be an interesting game nonetheless. But,
for sure, yeah.
And then we got Sunday Night Football. We're going to be doing it live here on the channel, too, by the way. So if you guys want to stop by and come listen as I do a play-by-play of the game, we'll be live as the game is live. We got Bears at Rams. And I think this is going to be a fucking runaway, and I'm going Rams.
I agree. I think we just talked about how much we like...
I think Stafford. I think Stafford at this point is going to be looking to make a fucking statement at the beginning of the year. Like, nope. I'm fucking done with this shit. Like, I've had no line. I've had no defense. I've had no fucking weapons other than Calvin Johnson. I'm ready to fucking make a statement, and this is gonna be it. And it's gonna be fucking to the first week against the Bears, who defensively is one of the better teams. And I think that this is gonna be a fucking shit show. I feel.
Yeah, and it's if Andy Dalton, truly is chilling there. The reason that's why probably Fields isn't starting is because Matt Nagy knows that Andy Dalton's gonna get teed off on by this defense.
Oh, 100%.
So that's the thing. I don't know if the Bears even put up 10 points this game. It could be ugly.
And
the worst part, this is oh no, it isn't. Okay, never mind. It's at LA.
Yeah, it's at.
Say, this is in Chicago. You get cheers for Fields instantly.
Oh yeah, if you get cheers for Fields, and if it doesn't happen at the end of the game, that is the loudest booing. Like, you're gonna think you're in fucking Philadelphia at that point.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And then to end the whole thing, Monday Night Football, Ravens or Raiders. Obviously, I'm going Ravens. Obviously,
nice.
I don't think the Raiders have done enough to beat the Ravens. I think they've done enough to beat some other teams, but I don't think they've done enough to beat Baltimore.
Yeah, I want to know what Rob picked, but I'm going Ravens too. I don't think the Raiders are on the same level.
Mm-hmm. And we said it last year. The Raiders are like a season or two away from becoming a very good team.
They really are. They just got to keep adding to that team, and you got to really decide if Carr is your answer.
Mm-hmm.
You got Josh Jacobs. I think Baltimore is going to focus on shutting him down.
That's what they got. Jacobs and who's the other back they got?
Kenyon Drake's the other one they got.
Yeah, because they got Drake and Josh. That's right.
Yeah, because I think it'll.
I just think
it'll help them out because as far as them going, because it takes off the load from Jacobs. But I think obviously the Ravens defense are going to be flying around.
That's the thing is, like, Monday night game, and you have to play. Mind you, Baltimore is on the road in this, but Monday night game, and you got to play a Baltimore team where, offensively and defensively, probably two of the most organized chaos teams in the league. right? Like offensively, second to the Chiefs. We've or just random shit that we do. Defensively, I don't think there's a team defensively that does as much as we do. You know, so it's like that's a lot to prepare for at week 1. You know, and I don't know. Scratchy's picking Raiders because he hates me. Also, I forgot that my lock.
A lot of,
Yeah, remember he did this. He did this shit fucking last year as well. He picked a bunch of random teams week 1, got behind both of us, and then just fucking came back as the season went on. Also, by the way, my lock of the week is going to be the Rams. I'm locking in the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep, I'm gonna lock in the Rams.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah. There we go, everyone. That's our picks. Let us know what your guys' picks are. Let us know what you guys think. Who's your favorite team? Who's your not favorite team? Who do you hate the most? Who do you love the most? Anything else, Jeff?
No, I think everyone is pretty excited for this, and glad to have football back. And I think it's gonna be really exciting with fans actually back in the stands too. Make a completely different game, guys. It's awesome. Pretty pumped about this. Yeah, that's all I got, though.
All right. So as always, everyone, thank you guys for stopping by. And as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Stay trouble, stay safe, and we talk to y'all later. Bye.